Hello YouTubers, today I'm going to be making a video on how to be a nerd. Right, as you can see there are several different types of nerd. You get your geeky stereotypical nerd who reads thesauruses, plays chess, plays Scrabble, doesn't wear any cool clothes like my dad for instance, like my parents. Ta-da! Oh, wrong way. That's my dad. He's a stereotypical nerd. And my mum in the background. They are both very nerdy. And I have proof of this because I do. And another thing about my parents, because they're both very nerdy, is that they are very antisocial. They hate being in a crowd, they hate parties, they hate loud music, that's the thing. Now you might argue and say that it's the same for most parents. My parents are argumentatively so. And also, my parents, when they were at school, they didn't have many friends and they were more devoted to their studies. So that's nerd type 1. Nerd type 2 is the modern geek slash nerd. Now I'm the modern geek slash nerd because I know everything there is to know about The Sims. How to build, how to create, how to, how to manufacture, how to glint, how to earn Similonians, how to speak Similish, Oreo, Agander, that's Sims 2 style. Wild Dormifel, that's Sims 3. You see, when you're a Sims geek, you know the language. I also am a Second Life geek because I play on Second Life a lot. I have in total 16 Sims games and 1 Second Life account, so yeah, I'm a pretty big geek when it comes to Sims and Second Life. So technically I'm a simulation geek, which means I love creating other people's lives and controlling other people's lives, so I like to play God basically. But another thing about us geeks is we have a geeky accessory. Geeks and nerds have a geeky accessory. So for me it's the glasses, for other types of nerds it's the hat, for other types of nerds it's like the t-shirts that they wear. I don't tend to wear bright flamboyant clothes, so I'm not geeky in that respect. But I do have a lot of gaming t-shirts. So for example, I have Just Dance t-shirt, I have the Sims t-shirt, well I'd like to get the Sims t-shirt, and I have another t-shirt which is rather geeky as well. I have several cartoon t-shirts as well. So that's the second type of nerd slash geek. The third type of nerd is, well, there isn't really. The third type of nerd is the over hyper nerd. Now I'm one of those as well because I get overly excited and overly emotional. But people think that us nerds don't have any friends. We do, we just have friends like us. Because my friends are not really nerdy, but they like me for being the nerdy one. And I just wanted to say to every nerd out there, including myself, don't be ashamed to be a nerd. I like being a nerd, I like being a Sims nerd, and I love The Sims. And don't be afraid of it, you know. A lot of people think that just because you're nerdy you won't have any friends. You will, they'll just be similar to you. Because all my friends like like The Sims. That's another thing about nerds. We get very self-conscious, especially when we're on stage or when we're on the media. And that's why a lot of people create YouTube accounts, because they're rather geeky. So yeah. So see you later. That was how to be a nerd, and if you wanted to act like one. Oh, and there's another type of nerd I forgot to mention, the Harry Potter nerd. Now, if you've read all the books, if you've seen all the movies, if you now these are called fantasy nerds because they fantasize and they have little action figures and things. So yeah, so if you're obsessed with Twilight, Harry Potter, or any comic or anything like that, then you're that type of nerd, which is called a fantasy nerd. So yeah, those are the three types of nerds. Classic, modern, and fantasy. So yeah, happy nerding, and I hope you nerds and computer whizzes enjoyed this video. Bye!